Good morning. Welcome to Christy K Hikes. It's day 2 on the Benton MacKaye Trail. Last night I had really good sleep. It sounded like it rained all night, but it really didn't. It's just all the rain that we had just falling down off of the leaves. So it was just nonstop all night. All right, so we have to go back up on the main trail. And then it's just across the trail. And we'll grab some water there. And then I'll come back and finish packing up and we'll get on the trail. My advice would be that if you are on this trail and you're either going to stay at the Black Gap shelter, or even if you plan on walking on and you need water, there is a water source back before the shelter, and there's a sign and you can see the water right off the trail. That's the best place to get water. Otherwise, if you wait and get it here, it's a good little walk down. It's slick right now, very slick. And then now I've got to walk back up. So if I had it to do again, I would have got my water there. All right, there's our water. Nice water. All right, I got the water right here in this bag. So we are going to trek back up and finish getting loaded up. It is muddy. All right, we made it up to Springer, and it's awful. It's raining and windy, so I'm not gonna stop here. I'm going to just get up a little ways and get turned on to the Benton MacKaye Trail and find a good place to stop for a break. Usually there'd be a good view. Sorry if it's windy and you can't hear. All that water puddled up there. All right, let's keep walking. All right, we're going to be following these white diamonds for the Benton MacKaye Trail. So we did the 8 miles of the approach trail, and if we would have kept going straight, we'd be on the Appalachian Trail, but we took the little turn here. All right, we're going to cross this and then we're going to have lunch here. Hey, I made it to my lunch spot. So I'm heating up some water so I can have some coffee, and I'm going to have my cold soak oats. I'm going to sit here. The sun is working really hard to break through the clouds. And I just had a little prayer. I was, please, Lord, let me just have a little bit of sun, no rain, so I can just have a nice lunch, not sitting in the rain. So hopefully that's going to happen. But I ate lunch here last year too. So it's a nice place. If it were time to stop, this would be a great place to camp. I mean, it's kind of rooty. I may have said that last year too. But I'm sure in a pinch you could make it work. So, all right, well, I'm going to just sit and relax, and then we'll get back on the trail. I'm just sopping wet. My hair's sopping wet. Everything's just wet, but if it's not cold, so if the sun will come out, maybe things will start drying up. I'm gonna go check that little spot out over there. It might be a good camping spot for tonight. All right, I found my camping spot. I'm gonna put my tent right there, and I'm close to the water so I can gather water. All right, I'm gonna get it all set up. I'm cooking my dinner. I've got all my wet stuff hanging up, hoping that it's gonna dry. There's some more over there. So we'll see. All right, I'm gonna finish cooking and I'll check back in later. All right, everyone, it is the end of day 2 on the Benton MacKaye Trail. It was a good day. Even though there was a challenge, I'm still very happy that I was out here hiking. So let's just jump right into talking crap about this day. So the C is for challenge, and that started right off the bat this morning. It didn't really rain all night. It did a little, but it was mainly the water that was coming down off the trees. This tent was completely soaked, saturated. I had little pools of water. Anyhow, I had to get that all cleaned up, but I had to stuff this wet tent into the bag, and I knew I wasn't going to have enough sunshine to dry this thing out today. So then when I got to camp, it was wet inside. So I had to go to mopping with the ShamWow, love ShamWow, and then my towel. So that was a challenge. You know, I like rain and all, but sometimes it's too much. Look, my finger's on there, sorry. And then the reward was that it eventually quit raining, and wow, the sun came out. I was so happy. the sun came out. I got to walk for the rest of the afternoon on a nice sunny trail. Yes, it was still sloppy muddy, but that was okay. It was sunshiny and my glasses weren't fogged up. So yeah, that was a reward. And then my appreciation is for when I got ready to eat lunch, I just said a little prayer and I said, please, Lord Jesus, please just let me sit here, have a break, eat some lunch without any rain. And he answered my prayer. It was perfect. So I appreciate that. And then the P is for pasta. Tonight I ate pasta salad. I thought about it all afternoon. I was hungry. So I had that. But yeah, that is the end of the day. And I had a great day. I stopped just right before we start going up to the falls. And so tomorrow I'll take you up to that beautiful waterfall and we'll look at that because, you know, it's right on the Benton MacKaye Trail. So, all right, well, I am going to go to bed now and I will see you all tomorrow.